Hello everyone and welcome to Authentic Now Yoga, the online yoga studio for anybody and everybody. My name is Jody Pinule and today we're going to do a full class centered around the heart. One of the most simple and most valuable things we can do throughout our day is touch in with our heart, return to our heart, see what it feels like there, see if we can radiate a little bit more heart energy out into ourselves or into our day. And so just that simple act of bringing our awareness to this physical heart kind of helps us re-energize the whole of our heart in our being. And so throughout our practice, we're going to create more space for our heart. We're going to try and charge it up and let it be a little stronger and bigger. And we're going to bring our awareness back to that physical space. So the heart is nurturing and gentle. Think cozy in a rocking chair. The heart is also fierce and powerful. Think mama bear. So you can tune into, do you need to cultivate more of one of those different kinds of energies? You can make your class be more gentle and more nurturing. You can make your class be more fierce and powerful. So I'll just kind of remind you about that throughout the class, and you can play with that if you'd like. So first of all, we're going to start on our back though, just to get a little bit of anatomical opening of this space. So if you have a blanket, a towel, just going to encourage you to make a nice long roll to lie on. Just right down the center. Put the sacrum on there, put the head on there. You can leave your knees bent. You can extend your legs. And just let gravity bring those shoulders down, opening the collarbones, releasing the tension in the chest. If you think it might help a little bit more, you can bring your head off that one end. Get the neck in the party. So this is how we're going to spend our few moments of mindfulness. I make it sound like that mindfulness stops there. It does not. We take it all the way into our practice. Our few moments of just pure focused attention on our beings, on the physical body, on the breath. Whatever you notice, just staying present with yourself. Setting aside the day, any thoughts that you might have. Yeah, just witnessing what it's like to be you in this moment. And I'll be quiet for a few moments to give you that time. With these next few breath cycles, simply bring your awareness to the space where your anatomical heart is. Yeah, what do you notice? Does it feel tight? Does it feel open? Does it feel gentle? Does it feel there's no right or wrong answer? Does it feel tense? We're just giving it attention and giving ourselves information. Nice. And then allow the breath. Imagine it's just gently feeding the heart. And then you can imagine that that heart is now able to grow a little bit with all of that oxygen. like a flame. Each breath, it's getting a little bit bigger, a little more robust. Imagine that heart energy is now expanded beyond your chest cavity, beyond the torso. Maybe feel it in your extremities. And then maybe you expand it beyond your physical boundaries, filling the room. And then just play with where else you might want to take that heart energy. To a person, to a bigger space, to the world. Nice. And then just bring that awareness, pull it back into your heart, and then we'll roll over to the side. And then bring yourself back up to a seated position. It's going to have that be my little bolster. Nice. Okay, so in terms of creating more space, let's cat and cow the spine. So just plug in those sit bones, grow that spine nice and tall, and then we'll tuck the tailbone under, bring the belly back to the spine, round the back. Yeah, and then reverse that. And really keep your awareness on your heart. Maybe that'll help inspire a little more opening, just having that attention. Yeah, what does it need to feel more open? You can bring the arms in, internally rotate them. Externally rotate as you come into your cow position. Yeah, one more round. It's keeping that awareness anchored, at least one eye anchored on the heart. Excellent. All right, back to center. Let's come into a little bit of twisting. So take your right hand behind, take your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Ground and grow the spine and then spiral. See if you really can lead with your heart. Beautiful. Sit up tall. Come over to the other side. So right hand comes to the outside of left knee. Left hand behind. Grow and spiral. Good. Inhale tall. Let's come over to the first side. Let's get our spiral in. Just feel the strength of the chest. And then we're going to reach up with the right arm and reach it over the left knee. So feel the side body open. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up. Spiral over to the left. Ground, grow. Reach that left arm over the right knee. Lovely. Come back up and back to center. All right, let's come into a child's pose. It's just a nice little check-in, pop in. How's your body? How's your breath? While we open up the hips, give our internal organs a little massage, lengthen the spine. And maybe here you like to set an intention for your practice, for your heart attention. Anytime you want, you can bring that breath to the heart. If it feels like it's flagging. Nice. All right, let's bring ourselves up. We're just going to curl the toes under. So depending on what your feet will tolerate, you can just gently start to put some weight here. Maybe you can come all the way up to sitting on your heels while your toes are opening up underneath. If that works, bring your hands in prayer pose. Actually, you can bring your hands in prayer pose wherever you are. It's nice to anchor that mudra right up against your breastbone, up against your sternum. Kind of a cozy little reminder of the heart. Nice, and just a few breaths here. Lovely. All right, we're going to come on to the actual balls of the feet, and we're going to balance. So if you find you can balance on both, wonderful. If you need to just keep one down, back and forth, that's a possibility. Hold on to something, take a half of a mudra. Just find your way into this pose. Again, feeling that heart. Is it gentleness you need? Is it fierceness you need? Beautiful. All right, let's come on over to our hands and knees. So finding those knees underneath the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders, or the wrists underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And just wiggle your spine around a little bit. And what is the condition of the chest? Is it tight? Is there space in there? Yeah, and then bring it back to a neutral position. Engage the core, lengthen the spine, set those shoulders on the back. Excellent. All right, we're going to curl the right toes under. Lift that leg up till it's parallel. You can stay here. This is a wonderful place to be, lengthening, strengthening. If you want, you can reach forward with the left arm. Nice. All right, just bring it back in. So when I curl the toes under, we're going to take the left leg back now. I'm not changing my hip position at all. It really doesn't need to change. That can all stay nice and stable. Beautiful. Reach that leg up, long back. Reach forward with the right arm if that's what you're going to do. Otherwise, just keep it on the mat. There's a lot that we can be doing while we're in a simple pose. Where's your heart? I like that. All right, bring it back in. Let's go to the first side. So the right leg, toes are curled under. Lift that leg. Reach forward with the left arm if you choose. Bend the right knee. Reach around with that left hand. Make a clasp if you can. Otherwise, just move them towards each other. If you've got that, you can lift a little higher. Opening the chest. Shining that heart right out the breastbone. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Yeah. Gently release. Come on back. Rest anytime you need to rest. Modify if you need to modify. All right, let's curl the left toes under. Lift that leg. Reach forward with the right arm. Bend the knee. Reach around. Make that clasp if you can. If not, just pretend you're almost there. And then lift. Open. Where is the physical heart? What's the energy? All right, bring it back down. We're going to just find our Nice neutral spine again, and then curl the toes under and find a down dog. If you've practiced with me before, you know that I just really like to take my time getting into this downward position, opening up the hamstrings, opening up the hips and the length in the spine. Nice. Where's your heart now? How is it feeling? Does it need more of something? Lovely. Let's walk our feet to our hands. Spine to forward fold. And then just walk your hands up your legs, bringing yourself all the way into a standing position. All right, let's take our feet about a leg length apart. Feet are parallel, nice and rooted into the mat. And then we're just going to find a nice neutral pelvis here. Neutral rib cage, tall spine, reaching up right from the crown, not from the forehead. And then reach those arms out in opposite directions. Yes. Feel right out your middle finger. That line, that length is reaching out in opposite directions. So we're creating all this space, all this openness in our hearts, in our chest. Yes. Sometimes I just like this little cartoon image or like animated image where there's just light shooting out. I just saw that as I made more space in my chest. All right, let's take the left toes towards that wall. Take the right toes forward a little bit. Keeping the chest parallel with the side of the mat, I'm just going to come into that front knee. And then if that feels good, just pivot the head and look out over those fingertips. So this is a warrior two position. And one thing we think about warriors, kind of in that traditional sense, is fierce heart, but gentle heart, available for whatever. Nice. Make sure the shoulders aren't up towards the ears. Just spend a few more breath cycles here. Grounded into those legs. Reaching out with the arms. Tall with the spine. Yes. Finding that heart quality. Nice. All right, let's come on out. Release the arms. Just switch the feet in opposite directions. Reach those arms out again. Yeah, make sure your chest didn't turn. They like to do that. So grounding the legs, tall spine, arms really reaching out. Yes. All right, let's come into that front knee. Pivot the head. Reach and grow. Yes. This position in particular, I always feel like that balance of presence where you're ready to move at any moment, but you're also still and focused. Beautiful. All right, let's come on out. Release the arms. Switch the legs again. We'll do one more round with a little bit of an add-on. So ground, find the pelvis, find the spine. Come into the knee, spiral around. This time we're going to take an imaginary bow or an arrow from our quiver. Take it into the bow in our hand and pull back, aim high, release. Nice, let's do that 2 more times. So feel all that spaciousness, agility in the chest, in the arms, in the heart. Cupid. Cool. Release. Come on out. Switch sides. Reach the arms. Come into the front knee. chair position first. Then we'll reach around. Make the clasp of the arrow. Take it all the way to the bow. Pull back. Release. 2 more rounds. Keeping your attention, focus on that heart. Love it. I hit the target every time. Not a person. Never going to hit a person with my arrow. All right, bring those feet together. You can walk or hop your feet into the middle. All right, let's find a fierce pose, a chair pose. Maybe you need that kind of fierce energy. Let's find our feet underneath our hips. Actually, let's bring the legs together. I like that. Find a nice neutral pelvis. Reach those arms up overhead. If that's too extreme for you, you can take them back. You can take them front. Yeah. All right, just find your alignment here. Really feel that core engagement. Pelvic floor is engaged as you're finding your neutral pelvis position. The belly is engaged. The core is finding that neutral rib cage. Yeah. And then simply sit that back down. So when the legs are together, we can squeeze those legs towards each other. Feel that support there. Nice. So fierce pose. Can you feel fierce? Strong, powerful. Different from mean. Nice. All right, bring it out. Reach, release the arms. You can wiggle if you need to wiggle or shake anything out. It's always nice to just sort of reset, get back to the beginning. All right, we're going to take this 2 more times. So we're going to revolve our chair pose. So reach those arms up again overhead. Get that alignment. We're going to sit this back down with our hands in prayer pose. And you can stay here if you want. You don't have to twist it. If you want to twist, we're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Now, the hips are going to want to do all kinds of accommodating. So try and keep the hips square. Lengthen the spine. Keep the arms in one long line if you can. Nice. Breathe. Where's your heart? Nice. All right, come back to center. Whoop. Come all the way up. Reach the arms up and release. Okay, one more to the other side. Get it set up. Find your fierceness. I feel like the fierceness then gets softened as we take our hands to prayer pose at the heart and sit it down. Then we'll take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Spiral that upper body. Breathe. Lengthen. Yeah. Back to center. Come on up. Reach. Just do a little back bend here. And release. All right, let's bring the feet underneath the hips again. And just a nice, deep, deep forward fold. Bring that chest all the way down to the thighs. You can actually hug your arms around the backs of the legs. Feel that chest compressing up against the thighs. Let the head dangle. Nice, release the arms. Come into another quick child's pose. This time, let's clasp the hands behind the back. come onto the top of the head. We'll lift the hips, gentle on the neck, lift the arms. A rabbit pose. I don't know why, but thinking about my heart makes me chuckle. I guess it just makes me happy. Nice, let's come on out. One more breath here. Just let go, be soft and gentle. And let's come back up to all fours. Find your engagement, your shoulders in their proper spot, the nice tall spine again. This time we're just going to step forward with the left leg. And find a nice and low lunge here. I'm going to creep that foot forward a little bit so my knee isn't clearing the toes. Back heel towards the ceiling. Good. All right, bring that back in. We'll just simply switch sides. So step forward with the right leg. Come forward with the hips, the pelvis open. Back heel towards the ceiling. Hips are square. Awesome. If you need to put something under your knees for a little padding, go ahead and do that. We're going to do one more round here. Stay for a little. Find your lunge. Get a little length in the spine. Then we'll come on up. Stay here with the hands on the knee or the hands to the hips. Or you can clasp your hands behind the back. Really let that open the chest. Lift the heart here. A little crescent. Now if I chuckle, you know I just brought my attention to my heart. All right, come on out. If you need to rest, wiggle, do anything you need to do to get you ready to move on to the next side. So just simply step forward with that right foot. First, visit the lunge. Visit the long spine. Come up onto the knee. Hands to the hips. Clasp behind if that's where you're going. Yeah, then you can lengthen. Get those shoulders really moving down the back. Get the heart lifting. Heading up towards the stars. Nice, gently release. Come on back into all fours. We're going to find a little thread the needle position here. So get your knees back under your hips, get your wrists back under the shoulders. We're going to take the right hand, reach long out to the side. Get a little space there. Take it underneath, reach long over to the left. Nice. So got a little twist here. This left arm can stay with the hand on the mat. You can reach it up towards the ceiling. You can wrap it around behind. Even more opening for the heart. Yeah, just bring that breath to the heart. Bring your hand back down. We'll reach out one last time and then take the hand back to the mat. This time we'll reach out with the left arm. Tuck it under. Over to the right. Find your little twist here. You can reach that arm up if you want or wrap it around behind. All of these hearts are getting such good recharging. They just need attention. One more breath. Bring your hand back to the mat. Reach out again with the left and bring it to the mat as well. All right, let's bring ourselves down to the belly. Reach your arms long. You can just wiggle out your hips here. You can use those hands to traction yourself a little bit longer. And then slide the hands back halfway. And just lift. See if you can bring that belly forward, bring the heart forward. Nice. All right, lower back down. Bring the arms out to the sides, just from the shoulders. You can reach wide if you want first, and then slide them back halfway. Lift. Lengthen. Shoulders come down the back. Open up that whole front. From the pubic bone, you can lift the chin a little. Nice. All right, lower back down. So we're going to take the right arm, elbow on the mat, arm is parallel with the front of the mat. The elbow's underneath the shoulder. Bend that left knee. Reach around, make a clasp with the left hand. Just move that foot towards your bottom. That's all we're working on. If they can't clasp, it's totally fine. We're all somewhere on the continuum. Yeah, press that elbow into the mat, strengthening the shoulder. Widen that left shoulder out, back. Lovely. Release. Switch arms. So the left elbow's underneath the shoulder. We're going to bend the right knee, reach around. Yeah. Keep that right hip from popping up. Breathing. Where's your heart? How's your heart? Beautiful, everybody. Release the foot. So we're going to come down onto our bellies. We're going to bend both the knees, reach the hands back. This is a great position to work with. If you can make a clasp, make a clasp. If you can stay here, just working the feet towards the bottom. Or if you want, you can lift the legs, the chest, anything that is mobile. Nice. Release. Just rest on one cheek. Soften, breathe. All right, let's set that up again. We'll bend the knees, reach back for the feet. This time, really make sure you know where your heart is. Let your heart really lead in the lifting, in the opening, in the shining. Lovely. Lower back down. Rest on the opposite cheek. All right, let's take our hands underneath our shoulders. We'll push the hips back. Round the back. Round the upper back. Nice. Let's sit up a little bit higher. Widen the knees. Bring yourself down between the legs. You can lead with that heart. Nice. All right, bring yourself back up. Let's come onto our backs. Just get yourself settled, reaching long. I love to reach long. I like to imagine I'm standing on those feet, arms reaching overhead. Feel that whole long engaged line. Where's the heart on that line? Seeing if you can find your neutral pelvis, your neutral rib cage. Nice. All right, let's bring our arms by our sides. We'll bend the knees. Feet are hip width apart. So we're going to use these little anchor points to lift us up into our bridge pose. The bottoms of the feet, the palms, and the shoulder blades. So tuck those shoulder blades under. Yeah, now feel this nice engaged core. We're just going to lift that up towards the ceiling. Now, once you're up there, you can tuck those shoulder blades under a little bit more. Open the chest more. And imagine that I'm just gently pushing up underneath your sacrum and then underneath your heart. Nice, yeah. Can they lift up a little higher? Reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then up over your head. What does that do? Bring it back up and lower the arms, lower the spine. Tilt the pelvis forward and back. Nice. This time we're going to take the left, take the left. Stay there. I'll switch. Take the left ankle on top of the right knee. Set yourself up again. Foot, only one foot now. Palms, shoulder blades, core engaged. Lift the pelvis. So it might want to go out to the side. Just keep everything the way it was. The only difference is this position of the left leg. Yes, nice. Ground into the mat. Lift from the sacrum, lift from the heart. Excellent. Lower that back down. Bring your left foot to the mat. You can tilt your pelvis again if you like. Nice, neutral. And then we'll take the right ankle over the left knee. Set up the one foot, the two hands, the two shoulders. Really grounding into the mat, the core, strength. Lift the hips. Lift the heart. Yes. You can be fierce or you can be gentle here. You could be both. Feels nice. And then lower back down. Bring the foot back to the mat. Let's hug the knees in. Just give yourself a good squeeze. Arms out to the sides. Just drop the knees back and forth. And you can play with that angle. Knees up towards the armpit. A little wider. Back and forth. All right, let's meet up with the knees over to the right. We're going to take our left arm, reach it up towards the ceiling, over the chest, and then over to the right, past the fingertips on the right arm. Feel that open up the back. It's nice to tune into the back of the heart as well. We always pay attention to the front. And then just slide that hand along the arm. Gently open the chest this way. Reach out. I'm running into blocks, but you can reach that arm out. And then just 2 more times. Reach up and over. Yeah, feel the shoulders move. Feel the chest open. Find some softness in that range of motion. Nice. All right, let's bring the knees up and over to the other side. Reach up with the right arm, bring it over to the left, and then slide it back. Nice and open. Up and over. Reach it long. Open that back body. Reach. Last round. Nice. Bring the knees back up overhead. Let's hug them wide. Wiggle it around. Reach around the outside edges. Come into a happy baby. And just really focus on the back body, right behind the heart. You feel that in contact with the mat. You can rock back and forth. Really feel that little massage back there in your back. You can be still. Just anchoring down into the heart. Yes. All right, bring the bottoms of the feet together over your chest, over your belly. Hug them in. And release. So let's just take a little bit of time for some free yoga. What does your heart have to say about what kind of shapes, positions, movements it would like to see? Everything's on the table. And then whenever you're ready to make your way into your final resting pose, I want to just give you the option of returning to the rolled up blanket. That might be a nice idea, or maybe put it the opposite direction underneath. If that feels like it would be nurturing, you can take even something bigger, put it behind your chest. Hold up my blanket. Or a bolster, a cushion. Just anything that might help this find that open position again, if you want to. Otherwise, just take whatever position speaks to you. And then we'll just allow the body to do its thing as it softens and releases. And we just keep our attention with ourselves as this process is happening. Now just be quiet for a little while so you can focus on yourself. With these next few breath cycles, just bringing your awareness back to your heart. Just finding out what kind of interaction, what kind of relationship right now does your heart need from you? Does it need to be fed with the breath? Does it need to just be seen? Does it need to radiate? You can just play with that. There's no wrong or right. Just listening to your heart. And whenever you feel ready, you can start to introduce some movement. Let your heart tell you when. And then you'll find yourself on your side and in your seated position as you feel ready. If you're comfortable keeping your eyes closed, it's just a nice way to keep that inner connection for a little while longer. Find your seated pose. How's your body? How's your breath? How's your mood? Most importantly, how's your heart? Nice. Is there anything you want to celebrate or take with you into your day? Just notice that as well. And take one more full breath into the whole package. Nice. Let's take our hands, prayer pose at our hearts. Just feel those knuckles up against the sternum. Just a little bow of gratitude for all that our heart does for us every second of every day. Nice. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for bringing you and your heart here to practice with me today. It does my heart a lot of good to know that you did. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. It almost just feels silly to be talking about my channel right now because it's just, my heart feels so good. I wish you a wonderful, heart-filled day.